everyone. I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. Surprised this is not on national news, maybe because of all the controversy surrounding him. But Richard Dick Cheney, the 46th Vice President of the United States under George W. Bush, died yesterday, November 3rd, at the age of 84. According to a family statement, the cause was complications from pneumonia, cardiac arrest, and vascular disease. He was surrounded by his wife of 61 years, Lynn, and daughters Liz and Mary. Cheney, a Wyoming native who rose through the Republican ranks as White House Chief of Staff under Gerald Ford, a congressman and Secretary of Defense under George H.W. Bush, was remembered by figures like former President Bush as a decent, honorable man and a noble giant. While Cheney's legacy was the most divisive in modern U.S. politics, while reserved by many conservatives for his hawkish foreign policy and expansion of executive power, he became a lightning rod for hatred, often more intense than that directed at Bush himself. This was due to a combination of political decisions, personal scandals, and perceived ethnic lapses. Critics across the ideological line, from anti-war liberals to isolationist conservatives, view him as a symbol of unchecked power, deception, and profiteering. Cheney's most enduring infamy stems from his central role in justifying the 2003 invasion of Iraq. As vice president, he aggressively promoted intelligence claiming Saddam Hussein possessed weapons of mass destruction and ties to Al Qaeda, claims later rebuked as exaggerated or fabricated. He repeatedly warned of an imminent nuclear threat, famously stated in 2002 that there was no doubt that Iraq had such weapons. The war resulted in over 4,000 U.S. military deaths, hundreds of thousands of Iraqi citizen casualties, and trillions of dollars in costs. And it also resulted in the rise of ISIS. Many blame Cheney as the mastermind behind these lies, seeing the invasion as unnecessary aggression driven by neoconservative ideology rather than security needs. Even this year, reactions of his death included harsh condemnation, like rest in hell, for the massacre he ordered. Post 9/11, Cheney championed the enhanced interrogation techniques, widely regarded as torture, including waterboarding, which he openly defended as effective in 2014. He pushed for the CIA's black sites like Guantanamo Bay, bypassing legal norms. Additionally, he was a key advocate for warrantless wiretapping of Americans under the NSA's expanded surveillance programs. These actions were seen as shredding the Constitution in the name of security, earning him the comparison to Darth Vader for his authoritarian streak. Critics argue this set a dangerous precedent for executive overreach later exploited by others. And it's still ongoing even under the current president. Before becoming vice president, Cheney was CEO of Halliburton, a major oil field service company. And during the Iraq War, Halliburton subsequently secured billions in no-bid contracts for reconstruction and logistics. Cheney received deferred compensation from the firm worth millions even after leaving, and he refused to fully disclose financial details. This fueled perceptions of him as a corrupt Mr. Burns-like figure who waged war for personal and corporate gain. In 2006, many of you might remember this when Cheney accidentally shot a friend, Texas lawyer Harry Winnington, in the face during a quail hunt. And Winnington apologized to Cheney from his hospital bed, sparking widespread ridicule and memes. How in the world Do you apologize to the person that shoots you in the face? The hatred for Cheney evidently is rooted in his perceived role as a warmonger who deceived the nation into costly wars, profited from them, and trampled on civil liberties. Well, our civil liberties are still being trampled more and more and more. Yeah, how many of you can probably put recent tramplings of our liberties down below? Yeah, put your comments down below. Remember, he passed the Patriot Act, or had a strong hand in that, warrantless wiretapping, which still goes on, enhanced interrogation, torturing, and indefinite detention at Guantanamo Bay. Benjamin Franklin quoted at the Pennsylvania Assembly on November 11, 1755, those who would give up essential liberties to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Cheney consistently argued that expanded executive powers and surveillance were necessary to prevent another 9/11. This directly contradicted Franklin's principles. Franklin's warning remains one of the most cited American political sayings, especially when figures like Cheney are accused of prioritizing safety over liberty. Nowadays, they pressure different social media groups into censoring differences of opinions. Think of Facebook and YouTube, saying that different people are putting out fake information. And so they're blacklisted, removed, their content removed, or shadow banned. Even mainstream media now is a tool for their censoring, not telling the people the whole truth of what's going on in the world, controlling the narrative. So, how do we fix this mess that our country is in? Things are definitely not looking up. 80% of the country, they say now, is in a recession, while they keep saying that the economy is doing so much better, which we all know is a lie. What are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless y'all. Bye.